So top 8 is next week, and we're gonna do our prediction video. We're gonna talk about Rustam Babayev versus Eugeny Prudnik. Two not super heavyweights battling out on top 8, and I think this is one of the most interesting matchups on this card, if not the biggest one, because these two guys have been battling each other for years.
They have history from 2012, 2013.
I think even before 2010, or I saw some videos.
They were both pulling in a WAF, in a World Armwrestling Championship in 80 kilo class.
Yeah.
Rustam was unbeatable for a lot of years. He was in the top, and Prudnik was
the first guy who started stopping him.
Yeah, he started to stop him, and he was catching him always in the hook, and for first few years. He was so close, and at 2013, I think he beat him first time.
It was one of the longest matches. It went in different styles, from hook to top roll and everything, and he beat him in final and super final.
Yeah, 2012 they had really good match as well, and I think even Prudnik won one fight, and then Rustam came back in the final. Twice, or it was 2-1 in the final, and in 2013 Prudnik won. It was right before Rustam's
suspension,
vacation, and after that Prudnik was king of 80-85 kilo class for some moment, and then some other arm wrestlers came.
Then he went up to 90 kilo, and he's been battling.
So at the moment they both are close to 100 kilo, and Prudnik is even heavier, I think 105 kilos, and then Babayev usually 95, maybe even bigger this time, who knows.
So we're going to talk about basically what makes these athletes. We're going to talk about different things, and before this we made a poll on Global Arm Wrestling, and the poll was so close, so 724 people voted on this poll, so 53% will say Eugeny Prudnik will win, and 47% Rustam Babayev. So basically it's right in the middle, it's 50-50.
Yeah, it's only shows how even this fight is,
and how hard it is to predict the winner of this one.
Yeah,
it's
If we analyze the fight, we can start with like in few parameters. Start explosiveness.
Yeah. In my opinion, start and explosiveness favors Babayev. He's very strong. His start is very good, but Eugeny has been very good on stopping him.
Yeah.
He can find, especially in the 6-round super match, he can find a way to stop him. But I think Babayev, at least on first 2-3 rounds, will win the start.
Usually, if we watch Rustam's fight, we almost never see him losing a start. He always gets in a position. Yeah. He's always explosive.
First one.
But in a super mat format, when you get more tired, lactate builds up, acid builds up, you get slower. So for first few rounds, explosiveness is really important. In later rounds, it's not so much. But Rustam probably will be a little bit more explosive out of start, but
it will fade away.
But the question is, like he won against Todd Hutchings, when he just flashed all 6 fights in a row, and then Todd just couldn't catch him. Yeah. I don't think it will be the same story.
No. I don't think it either. I think
Eugeny is much better.
They had a good fight in Moldova, and first 2 times it was in category, in 95 kilo class, I think.
In 90,
Babayev won on starts, just went through him. In open class, he catched him, stopped him, and beat him. So we come to the second thing, that's endurance.
Yeah. So, about Moldova event, when they met last time, in a category, Rustam Babayev won 95 kilo category, and there was as well Todd Hutchings and Sasho and Eugeny Prudnik and Stechuk in a class, and Rustam won. But there are also rumors that Eugeny even didn't fight too much in category. He gets laid down to Rustam, and only time he really pulled against him was in open class, when he won against him.
And he placed second.
He placed second
after Pushkar. Yeah. So second thing, endurance. Here, I think Prudnik favors endurance. The longer the matchups, I think Prudnik is favored, especially in this one.
We can remember 2013,
longest
14,
match in history.
Pascal Gerard, Eugeny Prudnik, 8, 9, 10 minutes. How much it was?
I don't remember. I think it was 11. People weren't going to comment on this, but leave the right answer.
It was a long fight.
It was such a long match.
Yeah. And Prudnik can pull for a long. I haven't seen him getting tired in long fights.
No, I think in this one, if he loses the start, he still can catch him, and he can fight him there.
So endurance favor
Prudnik.
I think same. Yeah. Against Tim Bresnan, we saw Babayev. Okay, fights were not so like super long, and there were a lot of fouls, but still, Babayev wasn't losing too much power in late rounds, so he still can pull great in a super match format, and he knows how to prepare, and he knows in what format they are pulling, so he will be prepared for 6 rounds as well. But
we'll see.
We'll see. Technical?
Technical. So. I kind of want to say Prudnik because he uses so much of all the styles. He can pull in hook, in top roll, and everything. Babayev is usually using just one style, mostly. He's more of a hook puller, or now it's more of a side. He goes into the side.
If we talk about technical aspects, Rustam is perfect or great in his one style. His one move is perfect. He's so good with his wrist movement. He always supinate his opponent. He gets in his position with not so good anthropometrics, with small hand, with small leverage, and he's still able.
He's very good on forcing his style.
He knows what to do, and he knows where to go. But of course, Eugeny is much more versatile.
Yeah.
He can fight in every. He can top roll. He can hook. He can even triceps, and we have seen him dead wrist.
Yeah, he can do every position. So here it's when we talk about technical, like Babayev's technique is so good that he's gonna force his style on Prudnik. But Prudnik is so adaptive that he can fight in different positions. He can find, okay, so here you're strong, I will not go there, I will try a different position. So this is like in the middle for me, right in the middle. I would say both are equally technical, just depending on what, because if, let's say on first round, Babayev already loses in his position, I don't know how versatile he is to switch things up to go on top roll.
Lately we have seen Rustam fighting in a top roll, even against, I think in Lotoshino in Russia a few years ago, he won against
Hajimurat.
No.
They were the hook.
Against Dmitry Trubin, and he was going for top roll against Dmitry Trubin. Yeah. So he can go top roll. He won against Krasimir Konstantinov in Senek a few years ago as well with top roll. But for me, Rustam is perfect in one move.
Yeah. So it is like if we talk about attack and defense,
much more versatile.
Yeah. It depends where the match will go.
I believe first few rounds they will go inside. I think Rustam will get inside and they will fight inside. But for lately rounds and for more chance, and it's always great if you can change somewhere in the middle of fight, and you can even change from one style to other. It's for me favorite in technical aspect Eugeny.
Eugeny?
Yeah, Prudnik.
Okay, I would say both, but it depends where it goes. But I think if the match will not go the way Prudnik wants, he can do other things. If the match doesn't go the way Babayev wants, he has one good ace, you know.
What about experience, tactical?
So experience, tactical, this is where we look at basically how much experience you have on super matches, how well you know what's going to happen, and they both had a lot of super matches. But lately, every year, Babayev has more super matches than Prudnik. Prudnik has more tournament puller. So here, I would say experience and everything favors Babayev. He knows about 6 rounds, about round 4, 5, and 6.
If we talk just about experience, how long you are pulling, Babayev is around from end of 1998, 99. So he's more than 20 years around in the world of arm wrestling in the top level. It's of course favor for Rustam. Eugeny, maybe last 10 years, but he's in the highest level arm wrestling for 10 years.
He's in his peak, I think. Yeah.
It's no question that he's an experienced arm wrestler.
Experience favors them a little bit more. Babayev, just because he knows more about super match. He pulls more in super match format.
How many super match you have seen for Eugeny Prudnik?
I remember Tim Breasted versus.
So the only super match I remember really is him against Tim Breasted, and also Rustam Babayev pulled against Tim Breasted last year. So they both have faced Tim Breasted.
Yeah.
What was the result?
Tim lost to Babayev.
2-4,
and
4-2 favor for Rustam Babayev.
Prudnik.
And Prudnik and Tim Breasted?
He won. Tim won.
Tim won 6-0, I think, or 5-1, 6-0. So if we compare,
but it was long time ago.
It's different.
Different Prudnik.
Prudnik is much better now than he was before, and then you can never say like Eugeny beat
this one.
But
I would say experience favors Babayev in this one, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So power.
Yeah. Clear power.
Clear power. If they would stick in 90 kilo class, I would say Babayev, like 100%. But now, just looking at the weights that Prudnik has been working on arm power videos, they're very equal. I think Prudnik is well prepared. He will be big. I think he might even be over 100 kilos, 105,
He's
110.
already in Armbets TV or Armbets webpage. You can see that in his profile he's 105 kilos already is written. So he's bigger than ever and most likely stronger than ever. Before, yes, in a clear power, I would say Rustam was in his one move.
He was always
for one fight in one move. He was so good, good, and they're not.
I think the power still favors a little bit Babayev, just because he applies everything in one move, and Prudnik is more well-rounded. So I would say just slightly to Babayev, but I think they're gonna be pretty equal.
So this is unlimited weight class. They are pulling in top 8, which is normally super heavyweights. They are both heavyweights, but 90, maybe 100 kilo. A lot of fans or arm wrestlers say they are two best pound per pound arm wrestlers in this group. And I believe it's great that they are meeting in first round, because I really want to see, and a lot of fans want to see this one.
This will be a war. I don't think it's gonna be flash. Maybe it's some rounds, but they will stay in hook and they're gonna battle it out in hook. I think it's gonna go like this. But again, last time we thought the same thing. Babayev was facing Todd, and we're thinking like, oh, this will be a hook war, and it just went 6 rounds, like nothing. But
so your overall predictions?
I think that Prudnik is gonna win.
You will say result?
I will say 4-2 to Prudnik. Just because longer rounds, I think he's more endurable. He will lose some first rounds, and then he can come back. He will be very prepared. He's very, I think, dedicated for this one.
Actually, I think the same. Prudnik is my favorite in this fight. I will support both athletes, but I think Prudnik has more chance. I would go same 60-40 for Prudnik, and I will say similar 4-2 or 5-1 for Eugeny Prudnik.
If Babayev would went through like Breasted like he did with Todd, then I would say Babayev like 100%.
But it's like Team Breasted, fouls can happen, and some fights can change.
To Malaysia, and it's time difference and everything else.
But I think Prudnik will win. He will be heavier, he will be bigger. He's prepared. He was very good in his Zloty Tour last year, open class, and also in category. And at the moment when Tsiplinkov is out of class, for me, Prudnik is capable to not only in top 4, but maybe even in top 2, or who knows.
Yeah, we'll see.
So I got
our prediction basically same 4-2 to Prudnik.
Eugeny Prudnik.